Hey everyone, my name's HarryAtomic and welcome to my top games of 2016. Now, I know I'm about 3 weeks late, but I got reminded of it down in the comments. I was meaning to do one, but now I'm doing one. So, now, just something to preface before we start this list. Now, this list isn't the games that I think are the all-time greatest of 2016. These are just the ones that I enjoyed. So, if there's anything that you like that's not on the list, I either haven't played it, or haven't played enough of it, or didn't like it. Anyways, let's get on to the list. So I'm gonna cheat right away and say that my number 10 favorite game/gaming thing of 2016 was the HTC Vive and the PlayStation VR. I just like that wallpaper better, which is why I used the HTC Vive. But VR this year just exploded in a big way. I know Oculus was always around and there's a bit of a fucking lawsuit going on at the minute. But HTC Vive and PlayStation VR were the two that I played and absolutely loved them. I don't think that there's been a VR game or Wii experience or anything that I played yet that I haven't liked. So that's why I put it at number 10, because I thought it's a bit of a cheat. I'll get my cheats out of the way early. I'm going to cheat again later on. Anyways, and on to number 9. So again, another cheat, but this time it's actually a game. Duke Nukem 3D got a release this year. I think it's called the Duke Nukem 3D 20th Anniversary Edition World Tour. That's a fucking mouthful. It's because they've re-released it that many times, they don't know what to say about it. But anyways, I loved it. There was a new episode, which is always cool to get like new levels in like really, really old games. But I grew up playing Duke Nukem 3D. I just absolutely loved it. It was one of the first kind of like funny, like tongue-in-cheek toilet humor games I'd ever played. It was out around the same time as like Doom was taking over the market, so that type of shooter was just rampant at the time. And I absolutely loved it. I thought it was great. It was great to see it coming out and getting some more love, especially after that Duke Nukem Forever fiasco a couple of years ago. But anyways, this is still the best Duke Nukem. You should play it. It's absolutely brilliant. I think it's really cheap on Steam as well. So, and at number 8 is Firewatch. Now, Firewatch was one of them games that I would have loved to have bumped way up on the list, but unfortunately for me, the ending was a bit stale. I played through it on the channel. I loved the game, like, up until maybe the ending, but everything up to that was fantastic. It's one of them games you could just roam around and it was very different. There wasn't a big focus. There wasn't any focus on combat. I think you get clocked over the head a few times. That's about it. Plus, I just picked up the, like, limited release run on PlayStation 4, like an actual disc copy of it, so I'm in Firewatch fever at the minute. But yeah, it's definitely one of my picks of 2016. So, and at number 7, I think it's number 7, I've lost count already. Fucking pro video making there, Harry. But yeah, Uncharted 4, what a game. Now, again, I would bump it higher, but I haven't quite finished it yet. I've played a wee bit more than what I played that night that I did like an Uncharted stream. But my goodness, what a game. It's so good. I mean, I loved like the first 3. The second one was my favorite. I still think it might be my favorite, but 4 is shaping up to be fantastic. I can't wait to play the rest of the game. I may live stream the rest of it. But yeah, it's fantastic. The combat's great. The story's great. All the lovable characters are back. It's nice to see wee nods being thrown in every now and again, like the Crash Bandicoot stuff. Like, that was awesome. And just all the wee, like, bells and whistles that make Uncharted, like the climbing and the gunplay and the secrets and the collectibles and the climbing. I know I said it, but the fucking scaling buildings is great. But yeah, Uncharted 4. Yeah. And at number 6 is a game that came out relatively early in the year. I actually had to double check the release date to make sure it came out in 2016 because I would have been fucking raging if I missed it. But Pony Island, what was that game? I think I have a 3-part, it's either 3 or 4-part playthrough on the channel from way back at the start. Unreal game. It's one of those games that's just a head melt. You never quite know what's going on. It is a linear, very fucking linear game, but it doesn't feel that way at all, which is why I bumped it up, like, up the list. Because usually when a game is open world, you know it's open world. Usually when a game is linear, it feels linear, but this game just felt like it was pulling you along, if you know what I mean. Like, you weren't playing the game was 110% playing you. This is more of an experience that I would recommend to anyone. It's always down in price on the Steam sale. It's cheap as hell anyway. It's not such a massive time investment, but it's something that I think everyone needs to play. It's a fantastic game. Now, if you're just waiting to leave a mad comment down in the comment section below, now's your time. If you haven't left one, leave one after this, because my number 5 pick is a bit controversial. Something that got slated all year, but I actually quite enjoyed. It is Mighty Number 9. That's right, Mighty Number 9, the game that just got absolutely trashed. Now, I have to preface this by saying I wasn't a Kickstarter backer. If you were, I'm sorry. That was just a horrible experience for everyone all around. But I am a Mega Man fan, so I had to kind of suppress my Mega Man urges, because this game as a Mega Man game is just not a good Mega Man game. But this is the thing, as a platform game that you jump around and shoot things and collect fucking weapons and stuff, it's not a bad game. I enjoyed it. I could see myself playing it again. I thought that it got undeserved hate from people who thought it was going to be something that it wasn't, but I thought it was fine. I urge anybody to play it, pick it up. If you know someone who owns it, even better, play their copy so you don't have to like go over the barrier of entry. But yeah, I thought it was completely fine. I'm 100% comfortable placing it in the top 5 on the list. I had loads of fun playing it. It was frustrating as hell, but in a good way. I thought it was fine. So yeah, maybe you should jump on and give it a shot. You might be pleasantly surprised. I thought it was actually quite a good game. Now let's get back to reality for the top 4 on the list. I mean, we're in the exclusive territory right now, and number 4 is held by the Skyrim Special Edition. I was easily able to put fucking about 100 hours into that game in a very short space of time without feeling like I was annoyed or fucking like put off by anything because I'd already played it. Now, my original Skyrim is modded to the hilt, so it's really nice to have like a vanilla version that I can play through and just kind of enjoy Skyrim the way it was meant to be played. Plus, on PC, if you owned all the DLC and stuff for the original one, you got the special HD one for free. So I'll take a free game. But it's not because it was free that it was bumped up so high on the list. Skyrim is just a fantastic game all around anyway. The HD remaster was done perfectly. All the DLC included and everything, and there was a few of them I actually didn't play, even though I owned them. So it was nice to get to play through them in nice HD texture quality. Yeah, pick up Skyrim Special Edition. If you're thinking about picking up Skyrim, I would definitely pick up this one rather than the first one, because this one does have some marked improvements. So, the first game in the top 3 slot, and at number 3, is the Day of the Tentacle Remaster. I'm actually starting to sense a theme in the games that I like. What is going on? Anyways, number 3 was Day of the Tentacle Remaster. This game was just ripe for an upgrade. I know that Double Fine, I think it was Double Fine. If not, I'm going to sound really dumb. But they really did a great job of sprucing the game up. I know that they'd spruced up some of their other games in the past. So this one was one I was crying out for, because this held a special place for me. Me and my family all played this game, all loved it. It's got its own great quirky sense of humor. Even though the humor was kind of like dated to the 90s, it didn't feel dated, if you know what I mean. Like, there's a lot of tropes in there that are like late 90s, early 2000s tropes, but I thought that it was a great game still. I think it held up brilliant. I liked being able to switch back to the old version and the new version of the game so that you could compare them. I never realized how dated the old one was until I started switching. But the new one just looks so crisp and clean, and it's just a perfect upgrade for like modern consoles and PCs and graphics cards and the modern things that we've become accustomed to over the last while. Yeah, Day of the Tentacle, fantastic game. Now, I think everyone saw this coming. If you know me, you'll know the top 2, but controversially, I think I said at the start of 2016, ask me at the end of 2016, and I'll say this is my best game of the year. Fucking love Doom so much. Like, this easily my game pick of the year. You're hearing it here now. Doom's my pick of the year. I lied, I'm sorry. But Doom is number 2 on my list. Doom was just an absolute balls to the wall, fucking insane, mad shooter, blow everything up, just blah. If you like crazy fast gunplay, you'll love it. If you like just insane over the top, just crazy gameplay, you'll love it. Story, there was a story, but the game was unbelievable. The pacing was great. You never felt like you were bored when you were playing it. All the wee side collectibles and upgrades weren't a chore to go and get. In fact, the challenges were one of the few games in which the optional challenges really made me want to like get them all. Usually in games, I'm kind of like, meh. if I've got some free time, or I'll get it on my next playthrough, but this game really wanted me to keep going. I think it was one of the first like full modern games I played on the channel, but I absolutely loved it. I couldn't get enough of this game, so I urge everyone, get out, play Doom, you'll love it. I still haven't played the online version. I hear it's not up to much, but the solo campaign is more than enough for anyone. Plus, like, the difficulty levels are just insane, so there's plenty of challenge there for anyone looking for a good mad shooter with, by the way, the best music in the game of 2016. Unbelievable. Check out Mick Gordon. He's just insanely talented. One of the best sound engineers I've ever heard. Anyways, I'm gushing. Doom, great. Now, this, my number one spot, for anyone that knows me will know the number one spot. You'll probably be scratching your head a bit thinking, I wonder what it's going to be. And then when I tell you, you'll be like, yeah, that's so Harry. Of course he was going to pick that. But my number one pick of 2016 was The Witness. What a game. I think I waited like fucking 6 or 7 years for that game to come out, and it delivered for me on every level. I like games that are maybe a bit of a break from your standard sort of convention. I do enjoy your conventional stuff, but things that are a bit out there kind of interest me. I like things that maybe don't kind of fit neatly into any other type of subgenre. But as a puzzle game, I know I just said it doesn't fit in the subgenre and called it a puzzle game. Well done. But yeah, as a puzzle game, it was great. It seems on the surface, if you were to describe this game to anyone, I would find it impossible to sell. But if anyone sits down and plays it for more than 5 minutes, they'll just fall in love with it. There's nothing in that game that's not meant to be there. There's nothing that's in that game that feels out of place. Everything is exactly where it's supposed to be. The game plays exactly how it's supposed to play. The thought process that goes on in your head is so subtle throughout the game that you get so good at it without even realizing you're getting good at it. It's just a masterclass in game design for me, and it is my absolute number one pick of 2016. Everyone should play The Witness, be it on PS4 or PC. Unbelievable game. Check it out. It's my number one, 2016 number one, list pick number one. Yeah. So, that was my 2016 list. I know that it's probably going to divide a lot of people, and I know more people are probably going to hate me than love me after saying a lot of these games, but bear in mind, there was a lot of games in 2016 I didn't play, and I wouldn't feel right recommending games that I haven't played at least a lot of. So yeah, let me know what you thought of this list down in the comments below. Drop me a comment with your top 10 lists, or if there's any games you think should have been higher, lower, or anything you don't agree with. Make sure you get subscribed so that you don't miss any future videos, and there's a wee bell icon down there as well. See if you hit that, it'll tell you whenever I post a new video. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.